Buckle up, because Marvel's Fantastic Four First Steps is shaping up to be a cosmic disaster, and Hollywood's scrambling to sweep the mess under the rug. Greetings, humans. Let's dive into the wreckage, how Pedro Pascal's feminist cheerleading, a Sue Storm-centric narrative, and a desperate media spin are setting this reboot on a collision course with failure. This isn't a bold reimagining. It's a studio misstep that spits in the face of fans and fumbles the legacy of Marvel's first family. Pascal, playing Reed Richards, has been loud about his love for being led by powerful women in this film, with Vanessa Kirby's Sue Storm positioned as the team's true leader. Producers back this up, claiming Sue's the emotional and strategic core, sidelining Reed's traditional role as the brainy, obsessive genius. This isn't a subtle shift. It's a full rewrite that softens Reed into a low-energy sidekick and elevates Sue into a spotlight she doesn't need to steal. Don't get me wrong, Sue Storm's always been a powerhouse in the comics, a fierce leader and the team's backbone. But Marvel's framing her as the mess of femininity, as if her classic strength wasn't enough. It's not about empowering her. It's about forcing a narrative that feels like it's chasing trends, not telling a story. Pascal's gushing over this dynamic, calling it a transcendent partnership, comes off as pandering, and it's alienating fans who wanted a faithful Fantastic Four, not a soapbox. The rest of the team doesn't fare better. Johnny Storm's brash edge is sanded down to fit modern values, leaving a Human Torch who's more lukewarm than blazing. Ben Grimm's grit is there, but he's barely given room to shine. Every character feels market-tested, stripped of the sharp edges that made them iconic. Marvel's not updating these heroes, they're diluting them. Then there's the Silver Surfer, or rather the hollow shell Marvel's replaced him with. The gender swap isn't the issue. Fans aren't mad because Norin Radd's now a woman. They're furious because this new surfer has no depth, no gravitas, no trace of the philosophical, tragic soul that made the original a legend. Her flat delivery and rushed design make her feel like a last-minute addition, not a cosmic herald marking Earth for doom. It's not a reimagining. It's an erasure, and it reeks of a studio checking boxes instead of crafting a story. The Galactus trilogy, issues 48 through 50, one of the greatest comic arcs ever, deserves a slow build, a sense of dread, and a surfer who carries the weight of betrayal and redemption. Instead, we get a rushed reference, unearned stakes, and a surfer who feels like she's there to make a point, not drive the plot. This is Marvel's most tone-deaf move yet, and it's a gut punch to anyone who hoped this reboot would honor its roots. The warning signs are everywhere. Poor test screenings, a troubled production with multiple script rewrites, and a history of Fantastic Four films that never quite hit big. Yet media outlets are working overtime to prop this up. Reports claim ticket sales crashed Fandango, Regal, and AMC websites, hyping demand that smells like pure fiction. Box office projections are dismal, 35 to 50 million domestically for the opening weekend, a far cry from the 175 million Supermans expected to pull. Marvel's banking on a blockbuster, but history says Fantastic Four rarely delivers, and this one's budget demands a home run it's unlikely to hit. The media's silence on Marvel's missteps is deafening. While other studios like Paramount and Universal get grilled for bloated budgets on films like Mission Impossible or Jurassic World Rebirth, Disney and Marvel skate by. It's a clear double standard, a coordinated effort to shield the MCU from scrutiny until the film hits theaters. A flop could shatter confidence in Avengers, Doomsday and Secret Wars, jeopardizing billions in future MCU projects and threatening the franchise's already shaky post-Endgame momentum. Hollywood's not just hyping this film, they're trying to save the MCU's sinking ship. This reboot was Marvel's shot to win back fans after years of MCU fatigue. They had a legacy team, a cosmic villain, and a chance to adapt one of the most iconic comic stories ever. Instead, they delivered a film that feels like it was built in a boardroom, not a writer's room. The focus on Sue Storm as the feminist lead, the softened characters, and the gutted Silver Surfer all point to a studio more interested in optics than loyalty to the source. The buzz feels more like a manufactured wave than genuine excitement. Marvel's post-Endgame track record, mediocre releases, declining interest, tells the real story. Fans aren't buying the hype, and if this is Marvel's first step, it's a stumble in the wrong direction. Pascal's feminist framing, the Sue Storm overhaul, and the Surfer swap scream trend-chasing, not storytelling. Hollywood's desperate spin can't hide the truth. This film's built on empty updates and a disregard for what made the Fantastic Four special. It's not just a bad reboot. It's a betrayal of fans who've waited decades for Marvel's first family to shine. What do you think? Is this a bold swing or a cosmic faceplant? Drop your thoughts below. I'm watching, and so are all the fans who know this team deserves better. So, keep your standards high, your patience for bad reboots low, and your eyes on Marvel, because they're not climbing out of this void, they're diving deeper into it. Stay vigilant, stay vocal, stay mythic.